Alright, we're back on pause the game, and we will calculate our maximum heat that we currently have. So we have 72 vents times 271.823 gives us 19.5 trillion. I'm going to export, and I'm going to add in my first guy. And I'm going to add him so that way he's surrounded by 4 reflectors. And we're going to save up another 3 quadrillion and do the same with a few more cells. And we're going to do this, we're going to have this build until we have all of the upgrades that we want to finish off our run. So this isn't going to be our final build. Now, if you remember before, I had told you that, if you watched the first one, I had told you that exotic particles are calculated based on the lower total out of your total power produced and your total heat dissipated. So at the end of the last one, or throughout the whole of the last one, our exotic particles were based on our power. But now that we're into our Tier 7 cell, our power is going to skyrocket. So right now, our power is the lower of the value, but in a few minutes, this number is going to far pass this number. So from this, by the end of this prestige, and every prestige following this, our heat is going to be the thing that determines our exotic particles. Right now, it's our power, but in a few minutes, it's going to switch it to heat. So we're up to 5 trillion out of 19.5 trillion. Seven and a half. I'm going to check to see if I have any upgrades I can get that are worth getting. I'm going to upgrade as many of these guys as I can, as many of those as I can. I could have probably waited until I had all these cells in, but whatever. So we're up to 10 trillion. I can add 3 more of these guys in. I'm going to export just because it's a safe thing to do. We're up to, okay, we can add 1 more. Okay. So we're up to 17 and a half. That's as good as we can get for the moment. But if I take one of these guys here and this one here and recalculate, clear. So I have 72 vents times 274.656 equals 19. Okay, so I still can't add it in. I'm just still a little bit too short. What I could probably do though, no, that's not going to work. Let's see if I can get any upgrades. So I need 85 quadrillion for that, 200 for that, and I can get this guy, and I'll get this. So I think this is going to be our last 2 upgrades here. So we'll save up 85 for this, 200 for this, and then we'll save up some cash to get some of these nephastium cells. So let's say 200, 300, about 500 or 600 quadrillion. We'll go to 500 or 600 quadrillion. And each time one of these cells depletes, all the rest of the cells and any new cells that I add in are going to have a higher heat power output. So right now it's 7.5 trillion for its base. After it depletes, it's going to go up to, let's say, 7.6, for example. So right now I'm making 73.5 trillion per tick. After these deplete and I replace them, it's going to be more like 75, 76, 77, something like that. So I'll be making power faster. And if I look now, my power is now past my heat. So like I said, now that our power is our higher one, our exotic particles are going to be based on our heat. And forever after this point, it's going to be our heat, because our power is always going to be far higher than our heat. Actually, you know what? I just thought of something. I'm going to get rid of... No, that doesn't work. Scratch that. I was thinking I could get rid of 3 cells, but I'd only be able to get rid of 2, which might not be enough to get an extra one of these guys in. Okay, we're getting close to our 85. Once I get to that 85, I can probably add another cell or 2. Okay, there's our 85. So I can get both of these. So they're both up to level 9. And now I can recalculate our total. So we got 72 times 308.988 gives us 22.2. So we can definitely add another one of these guys in now. But just in case, we'll export. So we're up to 20. Now I could probably optimize a little bit more. I don't know, maybe removing a couple of, probably not. Probably removing some of these is just going to actually make it worse. I could probably add in a couple of more vents and make it so that way I could add another cell, but the time that it would take me to do that would mean that I'm losing all this power. So I don't want to waste that time. I'm pretty near as optimal as I need to be. This is the part where if you have an auto clicker, go ahead and pull it out and just have it click for you. Because the way that the cost of upgrades scales, having an auto clicker doesn't give you that. The advantage that you have from using an auto clicker is not that much. Because by the time you earn enough cash to actually buy the next upgrade, it's already time to prestige. So that upgrade isn't going to do anything for you because you've already prestiged. Okay, so like I said before, so we're at 83 trillion, 83.25. So once these guys deplete, it's actually going to go up once I replace them. So I'm going to replace that first one, and we're already up to 84.84 0.082. So it's gone up already. And it's just going to keep going up. So let's say 84. Let's just call it 84 trillion. 84.9. $85.7. $86.5. It's hard. I know it's hard to see it because it gets shoved over to the side. 87.4. Yeah, 87.4. 88.2. 89.077. So it's gone up quite a bit just by having them deplete once. And once we start making like in the quintillions or sextillions, what we can actually do is empty out our whole reactor, select one of these cells, and just have it blow up over and over again, because they don't have to deplete. Even if they blow up, the value of them still goes up. So as long as you have lots of cash, you can just hold your mouse button down and just drag around, having them blow up over and over again, and watch that number just go through the roof. Okay, let's see how much. So we're up to there. So just look at the difference. This has more than doubled it now. So the prestige upgrades we're going for, we're going to get like 1 or 2 of each of these things here, and then we're going to have enough money left over to get our first subspace expansion, which is going to make our reactor bigger. It's going to basically add 1 row and 1 column to the outside of our reactor, which is only going to add about, like, I don't know, 15% give or take to the overall output that we can get in our reactor. But still, 15% more is, not a small number. So we're almost up to getting our next upgrades. And as soon as we get them, we'll pause, and then we'll come back and finish off. Alright, there's our upgrades. So we're going to get them 100 quadrillion each. So both of them are up to level 9. All 4 of these are up to level 9. These are still at level 1. You don't need them. And that's it. Okay, I'm going to pause, and we will come back in the next part.